Hello everybody and welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz. Jack and Letty are still down in Lake Jackson. The way this thing's resurfacing, the COVID thing, as of right now, we're probably going to be doing this at my place and their place separately for a little while longer. Don't want to get them sick, you know, kids and parents and whatnot over there, so we're not going to do that. So this is another thing that we've been asked to do. A couple of people have done it at Research this weekend when some people were talking about it. Super simple cheese dip. It's been around forever, but man, it's really good if you do it right. So let's go ahead. Before we get into that, be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. You know, ring the little bell so you get notifications when we upload these on Tuesdays and Fridays. And let's get into it. So, it's really basic. You're going to need this block old cheese product, some taco mix, and some ground beef, kind of optional. You're going to want to get the Rotel, diced tomatoes, you can get the chili peppers, and some chips, and that's it. So, first, you got to get your cheese product block out of the package. That's a lot easier to get into than the government cheese when I was a kid, but it's still pretty much the same product. Now this plastic thing, the foil thing, kind of kicked my butt, so using the magic of TV, I'll show you how I get into that eventually. I mean, it smells good, tastes like cheese, but it's not necessarily cheese. This is very much a cheese product. So just take that and put it right in your crock pot. Just bloop. Now get you a knife and you want to cut it up. Now you can cut it up before you put it in there, but this place, it, you know, just kind of comes apart. It doesn't cut right. It's almost like a jello thing. It squidges when you cut on it. Don't grate this. It'll gum up your grater and then just ooze back to the other side like the stuff, and like melt back to the thing. But if you don't cut it up, it's going to take forever to melt in your crock pot. Now drain your Rotel. So you crack it, it's nice and drained, and just put the rest of it right in there. Now you put it in your crock pot, put it on high. It's going to take like 20-30 minutes. So you want to hold off for the taco stuff for a minute? That's fine. So get your taco meat. If you missed the video from last week when we did the taco nachos, it'll be different. You can watch that. If not, we're going to walk you through it. So get your hamburger meat, put your skillet at medium high, and then throw your meat in there, and just once you get out of the plastic, man, I have been having a hard time with these packages here. Just feel those out, just as sexy and as unappealing as that looks. Just plop that down in there. Be sure to get all the meat out of the creases of the plastic, and then stir it around. Now, once it starts to brown, you know, you want to start breaking it up. You don't want any big, really big clumps of, you know, hamburger and your meat. You know, the more that browns, the easier it is to break it down. So just let it keep cooking. It'll go gray and then brown. Once it starts browning, drain your oil out of it. Right, you get it nice and it's starting to brown a little bit, then you're going to want to turn it down a little bit. Get you half a cup water. Instructions usually say 3/4, but I use only half to kind of make it, you know, not as runny. Right, so just put that package right on top of it, stir it around, get it all mixed in, and then turn it down to let it simmer. So make sure you get all this stuff out of the package, because that powder is sticking in the corner, especially if it's been there for a while. If you shop at the grocery stores I go to. And then when you're stirring it, be sure to stir it, get it all over everything, make sure everything's got a coat of that. So it's not just regular hamburger, it's actually like taco meat. Once you got it nice and covered, it's already to a boil, like this. Set it down, and let it simmer for 2 to 3 minutes, man. And then you just remove it from heat and set it to the side, right? So this is what it's going to look like after about 20 minutes. It's still starting to liquefy, but it ain't like melted cheese. This is after about 35 minutes. Got a little bit of hard cheese on the side because it was on high, but be sure to give it a stir every now and then. Helps it with the melting. Now, the warmer it is, the more liquid it is. But when it's sitting right here, about 30 minutes in, just go ahead, well, once you get that hard cheese off of there, and then just put that meat directly into it, right? Be sure to get it all off the pan. Get in there, get it nice, and then you stir it up, right? You don't want just the meat to sit on top. It'll melt and sink eventually. It's not that buoyant in cheese, very few things are. But then just go ahead, take that, let it squish down in there, man. Get it nice stirred, another 10 minutes where it's nice and liquid, and you're done. And that's it. Put it in a bowl, serve it with chips. You know, I mean, you can put it on nachos like the stuff we did last week if you want to do this instead of the shredded cheese and stuff we did. But this is great. This is excellent. It is super awesome. Like I said, the burger and stuff, that's, you know, that's optional. So that's maybe cost $5-6. Feed me 4 or 5 times. There you have it, guys. That is a straight up staple, man. That is a full-on meal by itself. We always had it around for football games, any kind of sports thing, Super Bowl, anything. That's what you get, and it's great. And, man, it is cheese, and it is filling, and it ain't good for you. You feel your heart slow down when you just eat nothing but this. But trust me, try this. It is so good. Except the meat's optional. You're good. If y'all do anything different, man, I've heard people put cream of mushroom in theirs. I don't trust that. But if you do anything different, let us know. Put it down in the comments, man. Maybe we'll come back and try it with the cream of mushroom. Who knows? Right? I have people that swear by it. We're going to try that out. Be sure to let us know how you do it. If you can find us here on YouTube. We're Tuesdays and Fridays as much as possible. Well, we're here all the time, but with the COVID and stuff, we're trying to still do Tuesday and Friday, try to keep it up. Thank you for checking out. You can also find us on Facebook at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen there. Find us on Instagram at Living Between Paychecks, or Living Between there. Patreon and Pinterest at Living Between Paychecks Kitchen there. If you're on Patreon, thank you very much. AC just came on, and I apologize for that, but we'll see you next time.